Have you ever felt like you're carrying a weight you can't explain, a fear that doesn't belong to your life story, recurring struggle that seems older than your memories? Are you living out a story that isn't entirely your own? Welcome back. Today we are walking into sacred territory, the place where science meets spirit, psychology meets karma, and where healing your present could mean rewriting the stories of your entire ancestral line. We are exploring karma's echo. The deep, often invisible patterns passed down through generations are what modern science calls intergenerational trauma, and what ancient wisdom has understood for millennia as karmic inheritance. This is not just about trauma. This is about truth. This is about freedom. Let's begin by unmasking what most of us don't see. Modern science is finally beginning to catch up with what ancient cultures always knew, that trauma doesn't die with the person who experiences it. It echoes in the nervous systems of their children, in the parenting patterns of the next generation, in the belief systems, fears, and habits that get silently handed down like invisible heirlooms. Studies in epigenetics have shown that traumatic experiences such as famine, war, abuse, displacement can literally alter gene expression. These changes don't rewrite your DNA, but they do influence how your genes behave, and those behaviors can be passed down. Let's make this real. Imagine a woman who grew up in a home where her parents were refugees and never felt safe. She becomes hypervigilant, constantly scanning for danger, managing every detail to control the chaos. A daughter grows up not in war, but in peace, and yet she still inherits the anxiety, not through words, but through energy, through modeling, through a nervous system that never learned rest. Or take a man raised by parents who survived poverty, is never gone without, but he feels compelled to hoard, to save, to fear spending money. He avoids risk, avoids dreaming big, because somewhere deep in his cells, scarcity still lives. These aren't dramatic Hollywood trauma stories. These are everyday echoes, the subtle patterns, the unexplained fears, the invisible griefs, the quiet rage. So we ask again, are you living your life or your ancestors? Let's shift to the spiritual lens. Karma is often misunderstood as cosmic punishment, but in its truest sense, karma simply means action and the ripple effects of action. Karma is about cause and effect, about interconnectedness. Your story is connected to those who came before you. Their choices, their wounds, their survival, their silence, it all echoes forward. But here's the powerful truth: karma is not fate. It's a blueprint, but you can renovate, you can rewire, you can heal. This is where the echo becomes an invitation. Think about the unspoken expectations in your family, the pressure to succeed, to marry, to be quiet, to never ask questions. Where did those come from? Think about the rules that were never taught but always enforced, the fear of failure, the shame around emotions, the silence around loss. Those are karmic imprints. They aren't always verbal, often they're emotional, energetic, cultural. But alongside these burdens and our gifts, your ancestors didn't only pass down pain, they passed down resilience, they passed down courage, intuition, creativity, strength, and survival skills. They passed down stories, some told, some forgotten, but all of them alive in you. Your healing is not just about ending cycles, it's about remembering strength. Let's turn to ancient wisdom. Across the globe, cultures have long honored the unseen ties between generations. In African traditions, ancestral veneration is a daily practice. The dead are not gaunt, but they are guides, witnesses, and protectors. In many native traditions, healing happens through story. Stories connect individuals to collective memory. Pain is not just personal, communal, and so is the healing. In Eastern philosophies, including Buddhism and Hinduism, karma is deeply woven into family systems, but so is liberation, dharma, awakening, the idea that your choices ripple both backward and forward through time. These traditions offer us not just insights but tools. Ritual, prayer, meditation, or silence, story. They remind us that healing isn't just therapeutic remembrance. Now, more than ever, we need that remembrance. Let's get practical. If you want to begin breaking the cycle, here are steps you can take. Start with self-awareness. Ask yourself, what patterns repeat in my life? What emotions feel bigger than the moment? What reactions feel ancient? Create a family story map. On a sheet of paper, draw a family tree. Beside each person, write what you know about their life, their traumas, their triumphs, their personality, their silence. Patterns will emerge. Write a letter to an ancestor. It could be someone you know, or someone unknown. Ask them, what did you carry? What did you never say? Then listen. Practice ancestral meditation. Visualize standing at the edge of a long line of people. Feel their presence behind you. Say, I see you. Honor your journey, but the story changes with me. Break the silence. Share a family story with someone, or ask a question no one ever dared to ask. Open the door. And then choose. Because the shift happens in your choice. You can choose to feel the fear, but not live from it. You can choose to honor your ancestors without replicating their wounds. You can choose to transform guilt into gratitude, to turn survival into creation, to become the ancestor you needed. This is the work of alchemy, of turning generational pain into generational power. It's not easy, but it's sacred. Let's reframe the narrative. You're not broken. You're breaking through. You are not your trauma. You are the transformation. You are not here to carry the echo. You are here to respond to it, with love, with clarity, with courage. So here's what I want you to know. You are not starting from scratch. You are starting from strength. Yes, you carry your ancestors' pain, but you also carry their prayers. They survived for you to thrive. So take the torch. Light a new path. One your great-grandchildren will walk barefoot, whispering your name in gratitude. As we close, ask yourself, what ripple will you create for your future? What story ends with you, and what new one begins? Thank you for joining me in this sacred conversation. If this message stirred something in you, share your reflections below. Let's break silence together. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this message with someone who's ready to hear. You can change the story. Until next time, walk gently, speak bravely, and heal boldly. The echo stops with you.